Peace, peace, peace. What's good, man? What's good, everybody out there? It's your brother coming to you. Gonna be an awesome discussion today. We should have our commissioner Solar coming with us to discuss what's going on with the league, especially after the conversation we had on the sister channel, the arena over there with my guy Black Sun. If you didn't check that show out, please go over there and check the show out. It's almost something like a continuation of that same energy, same vibration. And there were some questions that had to be had, or some questions that want to be asked. So I was blessed, man. Reached out to my man Solar. He's like, yeah, free up some time. So should have him falling through. Yo, dig. Here's why I came on early, though, man. I had the craziest incident. You want to talk about white privilege? You want to talk about white privilege? Let me tell you about this. Son, what's good, man? What's good, brother? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Okay, let me see. I don't know if you can. Son, can you hear me? Now you have me wondering if I can be heard, but everything looks like it's jumping off. So I'm going to assume, turn this down, these notifications are crazy. I'm going to assume that I can be heard. Yo, Zanzi, can you hear me? Put one in the chat if you can hear me. Just what's going on, Free Spirit? Okay, cool. So, let me share with you this crazy incident I had today. And you want to talk about privilege. You want to talk about white privilege? I had this today. So my dogs get loose. I'm on the porch. I'm chilling. My dogs get loose. White dude, his old lady with their dog. My dog runs out there. Dog gets loose. Before I'm out of the driveway, I'm actually apologizing for my dogs charging at him like that. I get it. White woman, cool. You know, white dude pulls out a firearm, points it at the dog. He didn't point it at me. I will say that. Points it at the dogs, right? And here's the problem I had. So, get your goddamn dog apart. Yo, I'm like, dude. Yeah, I'm like, dude, wrong way to have it. His old lady, I think when she saw the look in my face, his old lady was like, I'm sorry. I was like, my God, totally, dude. Yo, that, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, the neighborhood is gentrifying. You've been over here, son, so you know what it's like. Of course, you know the neighborhood is gentrifying.
Yeah.
And this Peckerwood and pulled a pistol, man.
Oh, damn.
Yo. So I had to refrain and fight everything in me to revert back to some old me and really punch him in his damn eye, take his pistol. You know, but you had the babies out there. My son was on the porch. Other little kids was shooting the basketball. It's at times we have to at least exemplify maturity. You know, that's the whole thing, man. But I did tell him, I said, you and I are going to talk, man. This conversation isn't over. You know, let me get these dogs put up this conversation. So, you know, he walked on off and it isn't over. You know, because one thing I do is they have their neighborhood meetings, the CPU, the community planning unit. They have them online now. So you can get online. So what I do is I do click in. So believe me, and I know he's walking around with his little guns. I'm walking his dog with his old lady, then I know he's probably checking in on it too. So he and I are gonna end up running across one another. Shit's crazy. And privilege. I listen, here's why I know this is privilege. Because I said, had it been a brother, and I said it, had it been a black man, every neighbor in here would have called the police. It'd have been so many, it'd have been SWAT team on our block.
He'd have been down Wright Street right now as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, man. So, man, it was an experience, man. Handling it from this level of defense. I remember when I was a young man, when I was a hothead, when I perceived the world one way, but to have so much vested, not just in your life, but your children's life, looking at neighborhoods and fighting the urge to be a reactionary. I didn't know how difficult that would really be, man. Crazy. What's going on, my guy? What's been good?
Man, just chilling, man. Shout out to Zanzi. Shout out to the chat, man. Man, yeah, that's something. Yeah, that's one of them situations, man. You know, you come home, you don't even expect no drama like that, man. And so yeah, that'll rattle the rest of your damn evening, man. I feel you,
Man,
bro.
absolutely, man.
I've dealt with neighbors that are just something else, you know.
Man, man.
Yeah, I've dealt
Oof,
I still dealing with neighbors that are something else,
oof,
bro.
oof,
Um,
oof, 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 oof.
you know, yeah, it's something else, bro.
Yeah, it's wild.
I had to put no trespassing signs in my yard because now before I moved in here, nobody cut the grass, and so nobody came in there. So now
Mm-hmm.
that I cut the grass, they want to come in the backyard, and I'm like, no, like I'm trying to tell them. And kids, don't come back here because there are water moccasins. Like I've seen them when I cut the grass, water moccasins.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, how about you tell your parents that water moccasins are back here? Because they were like, oh, we should, they feel privileged to come back here and all that. I'm like, no, 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 no. I don't want to be
Whose yard is
responsible
it?
for.
Your yard?
Yes, my yard. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tell them
But
stay out
there's
of your
okay,
damn yard.
right, exactly, right.
Tell
So
them.
I'm just like, yo, I mean, I shouldn't have to explain. Like
Mm-hmm.
the minute I say water moccasins, that should, but they kids, man. So just snakes, like snake. They
Are
shouldn't.
you that grumpy old dude in the neighborhood? Stay out of my damn yard. If a ball lands in your If the ball lands in your yard, you take it in the house and shit. You
Yeah, you
probably
go.
got
Yeah,
a
you go.
closet full of all. No, I'll just
Yeah,
tease it.
you go.
Nah,
Yeah,
tell them
you
stay
go.
out of your yard, man. What's up,
Right,
man?
right. No, man.
Yeah.
See, have you seen a water moccasin?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They fast as hell too, right?
Yes, yes. I know
I
you're
was like,
looking out
oh,
for them.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying to look out for them, bro,
yeah.
because them things are fast. And because when I was cutting my lawn and I looked, I said, damn, is that a tire? That's how big it
Mm-hmm.
was, Jenga. I was like, that looked like a damn tire. Nope, it was a water moccasin. I said,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker just darted so fast, like zoom. That's how I
Right.
said, oh yeah, that one motherfuckers, boy, they man. Hey, shout out to T Duck, man. I see T Duck. I see Paris. What's going on, man? What's
Man,
going
what's
on,
going
man?
on, man? Shouts out to the
Yeah,
chat. Man,
yeah.
yeah, those things are damn quick.
Man, they quick
Man,
as hell.
yeah, absolutely. Shit. So you
And
looking out for 'em.
I mean, but they don't see it that way. They don't see it that way. But I
Well,
try to explain it, man. That hey, one thing I know nature, and you
mm-hmm,
can't, when you see one of them, that means there's some more of them.
mm-hmm,
Water
mm-hmm,
moccasins usually
believe that.
travels in packs. So, yeah, they travel in
Yeah,
packs, man,
yeah.
and they're very aggressive snakes when they feel cornered.
Mm-hmm,
And they're very territorial. So, the only thing that rattled him when I saw him was the lawnmower. So he got spooked. But if it was just me walking, yeah, he probably would have tagged me, man.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, you know
But
how it is, young and free.
yeah,
Sometimes, unfortunately, prayerfully,
Yanga. Uh-oh.
you know how it is, and experimental, pushing the
Right.
edge. That's the whole part of youth. I think that's half the fun of youth, being silly enough to do some stupid stuff.
Right.
You know, yeah, man. Like I said though, but waiting on the commissioner to fall on. Wanted to carry that conversation over that we have from your channel. I hope Trevor can.
Yo, yeah, I sent him a message, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
yeah,
hope,
yes.
yeah, I hope Trevor shows up, man. Because yeah, I know he's the main one that had a whole bunch of questions, man. How
Mm-hmm.
Trevor be having these questions. So I definitely wanted him to be a part of this because um he's got a whole slew of questions. So
Mm-hmm.
damn.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, you know what though? I'm sure probably tons of people do. Yo, put out the work. Hit the like button as you come in. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Should have the commissioner on today. Yeah, man. So spread the word. I'm sure there's a lot of debaters out there that have questions. A lot of would be or people who may be interested into the league may have some questions, and there'll be the time to answer. Especially for those of us who've been in the league. I'm new. This is my first season. I'm really just getting turned on. I'm learning a lot about the league just from the cats that have been there for a minute. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? That have put in their work, and they go back with it. So yeah, I hope to have some of them come out. Man, looking for my phone ahead going. I hope to have some of them come out and check in and see what's cracking with it.
Right, right.
Yeah, hold it down for a minute. Give me a minute, man. I'm trying to find my phone.
Okay, okay, cool deal, cool deal. Yeah, yep. Shout out to the chat, Melvin, Free Spirit, Jesse Paris, T Duck, man. Where you been? Where you been, T Duck, man? Let me drop a link for T Duck, for T Zizzle, man. I ain't talked to you in a minute. Let's see, copy and paste. I think this is the right one. Hold on. Boom. Boom. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so um yeah, man, just chilling, y'all, just ooh, man, just one of those days, man. I hate that happening to Yanga, man. But I've had them days. I had them days with neighbors, man. Just man, not to that extreme, but yeah, I can imagine. Um, let's see, let's read the chat. Let's see what we got in the chat. Oh, shout out to Zanzi. So water moccasins, your yard is a dangerous place. Yeah, yeah. I got, Zanzi, what's going on here in Georgia? A lot of the animals are being displaced. And so you got deers, you got rabbits, you got water moccasins, and then, of course, predators are following them. You got owls, you got falcons, you got hawks out here. I got a regular wildlife in my backyard: raccoons, possums, stray cats, all kind of stuff, man. And like I said, because they're cutting down so many trees here in Georgia, the animals
Mm-hmm.
they're just seeking refuge wherever they can. And my
Yeah.
backyard still looks like a damn forest, so they
Mm-hmm.
they all cramming. I got a whole family of deer back here, a whole
So
family
they're
of
coming
rabbits.
out. So
Yeah,
they're jumping on out.
yeah, yeah. They jumping on. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, hell, they like, yeah. This is our house now. This is our backyard. Shit,
Yeah.
we live here
Yeah.
now. Yeah, y'all cutting down our trees. We gonna move in y'all
Mm-hmm.
backyard. We gonna move. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it's man,
That's
it's
usually that's usually the way. That's usually the way with development,
yeah,
and expansion.
yep,
It has to be, it's usually the way with it. It's crazy. But the
yeah.
wildlife
Wait,
has to go somewhere. I'm gonna tell you where it's bad at in Cleveland. When I go back to Cleveland, for Cleveland to be a city and an industrialized city is the craziest shit because you will see groundhogs, skunks,
yeah, yeah,
possums, deer.
oh
It's
yeah,
like it's like being at a petting zoo.
right.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, yeah,
I
absolutely,
mean,
man.
walking across the street and stuff, man. So,
Mhm.
man, it's crazy. I don't know
Yeah,
if my man is getting busy. I know it was hectic. I know I kind of twisted his arm, really wrangled his shit to try to get him on here, so he may be busy. I mean, we can still discuss it, open discussion. I think I got the link in the chat.
yeah.
You can
I just
jump on
posted
here.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah,
just
and we can,
posted it.
we can rap about it. We can rap about what we expect, out of season 5, or just general conversation. Because, like I said, I came on the air buzzing. I had a whole lot of Peckerwood pull out a pistol in the neighborhood. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? He didn't point it at me.
right,
He didn't
right.
threaten me anything. So I don't want to be sensational. I don't want to be extreme. But he
Gotcha.
brandished it. You know,
Right, right. It's still kind of, yeah. It left a bad taste
yes,
in my mouth. I get it,
man, a
bro. I
real
get it.
bad taste in
Yeah,
my mouth
yeah,
because
yeah.
a real bad because this constitutional
Uh oh, you breaking up, yeah, good. Is that my connection or is that? Hey, y'all, can y'all still hear me? Because I don't know if that's Yanga connection or my connection. Damn. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me because I can't hear Yanga. I don't know if it's my connection or not. Yanga, Yanga.
he didn't even try conflict resolution.
Right.
Had he not had a firearm, the conversation would have been different. His
Yeah.
woman was more rational.
Yanga, you breaking up, brother. Yeah, they're saying they can hear me, but you're, yeah, but no Yanga. Yanga. Uh-oh. All right, y'all. I think we're having little. I think when Yanga comes back on, I think he's gonna have to do the same thing he did on my
It
show.
go.
Yeah, Yanga, your internet is in and out. Shit, Yanga. Uh-oh.
There
No, it's still breaking up.
you
Yeah,
go.
it's
Difficulties.
Yeah,
Figure something.
you gonna do the same thing you did on my show, Yanga. Ask the family just to stand. Yeah, ask the family to stand down.
Yeah, I know, right? We have peak hour, man.
Yeah, man.
I got a little man that live on internet. He got he's on that
Yeah, I
PlayStation.
get it.
Everything's on.
I get it.
Listen, I hate I'm gonna have to cancel my show. That's just all it is. I'm not gonna be able to really pull it off, and I feel the frustration mounting. How am I coming?
Yeah, now you're better. Yeah, it's better now. Yeah.
Okay, maybe if I do it for, yeah,
Okay, that's better.
is that a little better? I
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you
yeah,
what.
yeah.
I tell you
Okay.
guys what, man. Sorry to disappoint. Solar didn't check in anyway. I'll get a chance. Let's reschedule this.
Okay.
Let's reschedule this. And we'll bring it. And this will give me an opportunity to catch up with Solar. Listen, you know how it goes. There goes Solar too. Clicking in. Let me see. Just Kamish, can you hear me? Am I coming in and out?
No, you're fine. So needs to unmute his mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
We might ignore this.
Peace. What's going on?
Peace. What's going on?
All right.
What's good, man? I'm glad you could fall through for a minute.
Yeah. I could come through. I'm glad you starting your streams back, man. It's been a minute.
Yeah, man. And shouts out to the encouragement and support that I've got to start my streams. You being one of those people that have encouraged and supported. So yeah, man, I was like, you know what? My man's son coming back doing the thing and it giving me a taste for it again. I was like, let me go on and throw my thing back up. Also, just the real great conversations that we were having over there. I knew that I may have a few more people, not more as in number, but I should say different, a few different people that had subscribed. And I'm like, man, I want some of this in case they're missing where we're at here. I want them to be able to listen in and participate. Again, the link is in the chat. We got Commissioner Solar, SVDL Debate League, the only league. We were having interesting conversation the other day on Black Sensation, and a lot of people, a few people in the chat and us on the panel, shouts out to Trevor. I hope he gets the opportunity to tune in, had some questions. And I'm going to start it off. The biggest question was, when is the season going to begin? Can you share that?
Yeah. The season will begin in October. This stuff that we said publicly, we're going to start the season in October this year. So that's when we're going to get started.
Okay, that's what's happening. That's what I'm talking about. There it is. So we got it. I know we were going back and forth trying to. I had said I don't know. I pulled a month out my ass. I'm gonna be honest. I said September because it's my birthday month. I was trying to appease the crowd, so I threw something out there. Look, we're excited about season 5, especially coming off of season 4. I'm one of those people who believe that in season 5, a lot of debaters are gonna feel like either they have to redeem themselves or have to prove themselves. So I'm sensing a lot of energy. I think that it's going to be like that. Are you picking any of that up? And I know you probably have more access to behind the scenes than anyone. Is it a different type of energy going into season 5 that you felt before, or is it like the same old?
No, it's definitely different. I think it's on the more so on the administrative end. That there's a lot of things that's being done right now to make it just a better experience for the debaters and the viewers. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a classic season coming up, season 5. But the debaters, it's always that level of competition. Always, what I'm saying, you got a lot of debaters that's vying for position, and debaters that want to claim the crown. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that. It got kind of hectic. It always gets hectic, and because of the level of competition, and Soleiman and initially, now with Commissioner Angel, but just pushing the envelope of debating and structured debates, and it's an ongoing challenge, of trying to have debating and competition and judging. So just like it's just something that I initially started a few years back. I see new things coming along with how to actually do it. Since I'm a pioneer of it, we had to kind of walk through the fire, and that's just kind of briefly dwelling on season 4 and why it ended so the way it did. We kind of walked through the fire because nobody ever really did it the way we're doing it. So that was a challenge, but trust me, season 5 is going to be classic. Season 5 is going to be everything that the people want to see, as far as with the debating. You know what I'm saying? As far as with the competition, we got yourself along with the likes of Domo, and Holly, Blue. So the competition is going to be, definitely, fire. And the things that we're doing behind the scenes is going to incentivize a lot and get the debaters excited, to debate. We already know that y'all guys love the information and presenting the information, but it's our job to make it, that more funner and that more exciting, and that's what we're working on right now.
Man, that's what's up. Let's welcome Trevor. Trevor, what's good? What's good, man?
Peace.
Peace, man. I'm glad you could join us. Definitely, you are a very big part of this. With just the fabulous questions that you bring, a lot of the ideas that you have, and then too, I'm a funny person. I hold people to caliber. You just seem to be that type of caliber brother. So I'm glad you were able to make it.
Let me ask you a question real quick, because you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
All right, because it's one thing to be a debater in the league, you're the commissioner, but like I look at it from a different point of view as a consumer of the product, basically. And by all the comments that I leave on the videos, I go back and I watch all the debates. One thing I do want to ask you though is how are you gonna, one constant that's always been in the season since I came in, which was like season 3, is you hear the alleged top tier debaters always say that, oh, you're feeding on bottom feeders. So like, what are you going to do to eliminate that? Like, at some point, even if you're number 1, you got to at least debate somebody in the top 10. You can't just pad your stats with lesser debaters. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. We definitely are working on, making the marquee matchups more prominent, and that's something that me and Commissioner Angel been talking about, and we actually structured something to actually do that. So we got this. We good. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You'll see your marquee matchups. You'll see the debaters that you like and love. They'll be most likely matching up with each other, and so yeah, we cool.
I think that's a great. I'm glad you had brought that up, Trey. That's a great point. I didn't listen to me talking. I didn't even have the opportunity to be in it long enough to have to run suckers down. But yeah, no running. Is that what you're saying? How are we going to ensure that they don't get away from this hammer? That we going
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I know you got a couple of people lined up that you want to see Yanga, you know what I mean?
You know it. And some revisits. I got a couple revisits.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We definitely that's a lot of, amongst other things, a lot of things that me and Commissioner Angel been actually discussing, and yeah, we definitely got a smooth solution to that problem. So we good.
Absolutely. Shouts out to Commissioner Angel and If she's freed up and happen to be floating by in the clouds, bam, hit the link, jump. Yeah, that's gonna be. But you know what? I call season 5. Season 5 to me is gonna be a little bit of the season of the egos. I don't think you're gonna have a lot of people running. I honestly believe this is the season where people feel like they have to validate themselves, vindicate, establish, and everything. Season 4 was so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Season 4 was like.
Let me tell you what season 5 going to be like. Season 5 is going to be like NBA Live 95. Remember that?
Yeah. That's one of the best ones.
Remember NBA Live 95? Now, anybody that knows, the gaming and the sports know what made NBA Live 95 so special. It's because that's kind of like that was the year that they actually gave you an option, a dribble option. You hit the button and you could start dribbling yourself, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. NBA Live 95.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a debate league. Now, shout out to Commissioner Angel. A lot of ideas that I had in previous seasons, it was harder for me to actually implement them because I was doing so much. Because at a point in time, I was actually judging and doing a lot of other stuff. And so now that Commissioner Angel is here, we can get like the full throttle of, this actually resembling a debate league and all the things and all the nuances that comes with the debate league. It's going to be there. So yeah, awesome. Just expect a lot. It's going to be definitely a lot. And the debaters is going to love it. It's going to be great for the viewers. And we're going to have fun while y'all, educating the people.
I sense
and
that.
Solar, have you guys, are you 100% getting rid of the biblical debates?
You said getting rid of the biblical debates. No, we're not 100% getting rid of the biblical debates. No. We want to have all perspectives. I mean, the goal is to get, every aspect of the Black community, really. So yeah, we're still religious. We may be moving away from it, in comparison to other years, but that's still an element that's in the Black community. So you will see that on Solar Vision Debate League, but you will also see the other perspectives, other perspectives, whether it's political, whether it's dealing with current events, things of that nature, so you want to see a whole array of, topics and discussions being had. This is a debate league. This is not a league that, a person with their particular ideology is going to have this war with a person that disagrees with them. No, that's not what this is about. Are you a good debater? That's what we're talking about. That's what we want to. Those are the type of discussions. That's what's going to be centered around, like, as far as what the debaters is required to do. They're showing that they're good debaters. So there are plenty of channels where you got, people that, this person believes in the Bible, that person don't believe in the Bible, and they want to go at it, and Exodus and this and that, and how many times Jesus died and all this, y'all know where to find all that shit at. You know what I'm saying? But this is a debate league. Now, we may have religious topics. There's going to be religious topics, but this is not going to be a high volume of religious topics. We're going to, we're going to bring everybody in. Let's bring everybody in. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't, it's like you got the people that don't really want to hear religious shit all the time. Not all the time. Then you got people that don't want to hear political shit all the time. You got people that is more, their political thought is more centered around what the mainstream media present. Like, you got people that's, Democrats and Republicans. You got You got black people that is more, more side with the revolutionary school of thought. You got people that's kind of, believe, conspiratorial shit. You got people that, just like to deal with just, current events. They like to deal with that, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's secular or, whatever. So all that is going to be presented on the Solar Vision Debate League, so yeah.
That's what's up. So it's been the whole discussion about the league, and I know that the motto in the SVDL is the only league, but what would you say makes the league different from others out there, Sarnetta in particular, or other leagues that, or other debate channels or people who may call themselves league? What makes SVDL stand out and different? And why would you say, sell us on it? Why would you say it's better? Listen, I'm 10 toes down, but here it is. Soapbox is yours.
Yeah, well, the debate league is a league because, like I said, it's an idea that is my birth child. So, the things that we have set in place is resembling, debate league. And season 5, we're gonna make it even more clear of what we're going to do and the things that we're going to implement to make it even that much more a league than it was in previous seasons. Now, you have other debate channels. So, but even before, like, when I started, I called it the Solar Vision Debate League because every year there's a champion. Every year, there's competition. We got the playoffs. We got regular season. So that's actually what makes it a league. The way you structure it and the level, you structure it around a competition, and it's an annual thing that is reoccurring every year. So that's kind of what makes it a league. So others, they don't really run debate leagues. They just have debate platforms. So which is not, everybody, is going to, it's really not a knock on it. It's just not a debate league. So, what we're doing, is a little more like structured and centered around, like I said, competition and resembling like, like the, NFL, NBA, kind of having like, that element there. So, which makes it a little more entertaining, for the viewers, and makes it a little more fun for the debaters. But the foundation is similar to the other channels about the presenting of the information and edifying the people. We just got a little spin on it that makes it a little more interesting, to follow. So yeah, that would be the difference. And I was, the first one really, that came and said, put league on the back of anything, as far as what I was doing. And it wasn't just because it wasn't for no reason. It was a reason why I put league in the back of it. And it was just, based off of the things that, I just was elaborating. Just wanted to make it resemble, just to, have fun with the competition. And, you got people, champions and MVPs and all the different fun stuff that, the debaters, want to see, so, that's where I am.
Right. Shout out to Lex, man. Appreciate you following through, at least peeping what's going down. Shouts out to that dark side. Power to the dark side. So let me ask you this tough question. We got to go into season 4. Do you think the scandal in season 4, the shit that happened in season 4, has that soured some debaters? I know it's changed the way that you and Commissioner Angel are looking at things, approaching things. It's even made you implement structures to safeguard the integrity of the league more. But as far as the debaters are concerned, did you see a shift in attitudes or energies or anything like that? How was because we know how individually, but overall, how do you think it affected the debaters?
I guess everybody was disappointed, in the season ending early. Well, not just the debaters, but everybody, the viewers, myself, Commissioner Angel. But as far as with the debaters, uh, no, I didn't really see anything because everybody understood. At that, I had conversations with the debaters, yourself included. Just so everybody kind of understood why the season had to end. We kind of want to push the envelope and make it that. You know, I just kind of was talking for the last couple of minutes about how fun it is, but we're now getting to the level where everything has to be on point for us with the structure and how things are being judged, and just that element has to be perfected, really. We got to strive for that perfection. So that will be the goal at this point. We got to push the envelope and be innovative, because the idea was innovative from the beginning. So we got to keep on pushing the envelope. You're kind of like the pioneer. So it's just like, you're going to run into certain pit stops along the way that has to be corrected, and you can't be afraid to correct it. And you understand that the idea is supported, and we understand where this could be, and it takes consistency and drive to keep it going. And so the debaters, in fact, it was people uh trying to come back in the league. So I don't really see any issue with the debaters. It's just everybody. I see that once we went into the structuring mode or the construction mode, really, yeah, I mean the debaters, they from season 1 to season 4, or you could just say season 3. That this was a place where not only that they debated, but you had other channels where they just hung out. So with all those elements not being there, I could see you got people drifting and just waiting to see what's going on, and what I'm saying. So that's understandable, but things had to be in order to take it to a next level, you had to kind of pull back, because you don't want to keep on repeating the same thing over and over again, and having the same issues. So, the idea now is to, okay, let's, we see what the problem is. Let's kind of pull back and make this, spend a little more time on certain aspects to make it that much better, and then come back with a more perfected debate league. So yeah.
Anybody before because I don't want to dominate the whole conversation.
No, I'm about to jump down, but I just wanted to ask him one more question. Again, I'm a viewer, so outside looking in, and you kind of touched on it. Like, what are you gonna do? Season 4, man, it was too much nigga shit that just infiltrated the league. Like, do you have safeguards in place to? I mean, you'll never 100% get rid of it, but like, to just clean it up. I mean, it was just too much. I mean, and if you wanna move to the next level, and I see what Angel wants to do, but if you open that window for that nigga element to come in again, it's just gonna it'll never work. So do you have like safeguards to protect against that?
Yeah, like we're seeing the same thing that you're seeing, Trevor, and we definitely that's another conversation that me and Angel had, and we definitely going to structure the league and bring in debaters that's more about debating, and that is shying away from any extracurricular nonsense You know what I'm saying? Because even with this kind of it's just human nature, for certain things. When you look at I was just looking at the not the Last Dance, but the Magic Johnson one. His story, and it's always going to be problems. It's going to be always problems, and with people, and people going to be dissatisfied, and people not going to like things. That's just life. But we definitely going to structure the league and bring in debaters that's more debate centered, and that's kind of why me and Angel, constantly have to have meetings to talk about, how we're moving forward, and how we're communicating with the debaters, and having zero tolerance for, any of the nonsense, So yeah. It's unfortunate that, we got to do this with adults, but it definitely has to be things lined up so people could focus in on debating and not, other stuff, so.
I'm gonna tell you, I agree with Trevor. Season 4, the nigga element crazy. But one of the things that I think season 4 did for me, which goes back into why I say season 5 is going to be a beast of a season because of energy. Because season 4 called some people out. It challenged really pre-established positions. Domo got challenged. Domo got shook in season 4. Whether agree or disagree with the decision to win, the whole controversy shook Domo, which uncovered other things. Scheme began to get the spotlight, in personal comment. I keep telling son, I said, okay, you keep Scheme is good, but I think you put the battery in his back to certain degrees. But a lot of people got KOT. Yo, congratulations again on the win on me.
Hold on. I got to cut in.
Okay. I knew I'd get your ass off of mute.
Shout out to Solar.
Get you off of mute.
Shout out to Solar. Shout out to SVDL. Well, let me start this. I don't want to mess up the whole vibe, but let me send my apologies to Solar and Angel. I want to get that out of the way. And yeah, like Trevor, I'm a fan too, Solar. Even though I've been in the league, but I'm a fan too. So I'm actually anxious, and I'm ready for this thing to start, because as you know, I have my favorites. But what I do want to say, I want to address you, Yanga, because you keep saying this. Scheme put in work. I keep telling you,
all day long.
I'm not putting no battery in Scheme's back. He put in work. Like, how am I setting up Scheme when he actually got down in the trenches?
I'm not
doing
taking
what he's supposed to do. Right. So,
I'm not taking anything from that. I'm not taking away from his debate skills, from his abilities. I said, when I say battery in the back, because I think, especially if we're specifically talking about the Domo Scheme debate, if we're specifically talking about that debate, because I think you and see, you always put me in a position, make me feel like I'm defending Domo. You know what I'm saying? But I just have to call
no, I'm not saying no.
I think that you underestimate him.
I'm gonna drop off real quick. So I appreciate you bringing me up here.
Hey man, all day.
All right. So
all right, peace,
everybody.
And I'm sorry, Sol, I switched it up. I know you're a commissioner. I know you have to be. So I'm sorry I switched the game up on you and did the language. You definitely have to be impartial. Salute. Hey man, appreciate you for following through. I have to get you again sometimes when I can just keep it business. I got to go there, though, before I get off. I got to get that black son. This is what we do.
That's right.
I appreciate you again. Shouts out to Commissioner Solar. Shouts out to Commissioner Angel. SVDL, the only league. Look, like he said, changes in effect for season 5. Season 5 is going to be amped. It's going to be hot, because going into this discussion that Son and I are going to have mildly, because we've already beat this up so many times before. But why I said that is because I believe season 5 is going to be about people vindicating themselves, people establishing themselves, getting the thing, everything cleared up once and for all. Scheme ain't nothing to fuck with. He's gonna skin heads. He's gonna knock skulls and bash teeth. I have no doubt. What I do though is what I say is when you have young champions in the making, you make sure that even in their training, that they're not. I don't think you give him or anyone that would take Domo on as an opponent a clear picture. I think you underestimate him. That's and you and I had this before, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't want it to be about. I'm not taking away from Scheme. Why I say that? Because I do believe when they meet up again, I do believe Domo's gonna have something to prove. And that's what I mean by that. It's not taking away from my man's debate skills. I think he is definitely one to contend with and definitely one to keep their eyes on. I feel that way about KOT, though, even though I'm a skinny. I'm going to get you, KOT. But I feel I'm a skinny. But I feel that way about KOT, man. I think that he was my favorite in the play. Should the playoffs had gone all the way, he was my favorite. I'm going to call it. Because I had just seen the evolution. His shit was leaps and bounds to me.
Yeah, I think KOT and Rio would have been a nice one. I think.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, but then again, I think throwing Scheme in there would have been a nice mix too. You know what I'm saying? That's just my 2 cents.
You know why that was so good too, because Scheme was an underdog. Scheme was a wild card.
Right.
You know, I think that was the excitement of Scheme and is the excitement of Scheme. I still look forward to seeing what Scheme is going to bring. You know what I'm saying? I still look forward to that. I
think he's going to just get better. I think Scheme's going to get better from here. Yeah. So, I don't think that, when I say, I don't think it's so much, like you said, it's not a battery in the back. Like I said, he's put in the work. And the only way you're going to learn debate skills is the experience. And he's doing what a debater is supposed to do. Go in there, make challenges, challenging some of the, let's just say top names or whatever. And he got in there and he did his thing. He did exactly what he was supposed to do.
He did. Now that you give, and that's why I would give, when you talk about that Rookie of the Year, why I really think he was in the running for that and worked him for, because he didn't shy away from any debate.
No, he didn't.
He bumped heads with reputable debaters, people that were known to bring the funk. So I definitely give him props on that. Yeah, my man Rio. I'm looking forward to that debate. I know that's going to be a debate. I like his style. I think that he brings it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in season 5. And I'm sure that he and I are probably going to have a very interesting debate.
I can already see the titles now that you and him can, definitely on so many levels can debate. So I definitely, because Rio, I've seen a couple of his debates and topics, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could see Yanga and you and Yanga, Yanga and Rio going at it. I could definitely see that. So that's but then again, I can see, man, it's so many debates I can see. I can see so many debates. Like I said, I would love to see Scheme and Akmalak. Yeah.
I like to see. I want to see Scheme and KOT.
You know what?
They kind of similar
too. I would like to see
they kind of similar in the style. That'd be some slick, smooth. We had to play some pimp music in the background. That'd be some smooth, because both of them are smooth operators. You know what I'm saying?
Smooth, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
so I that would be an interesting debate. Trevor, you got any dream matchups?
Nah, just I mean, if I popped in for like a special debate, just to jump on somebody real quick. No, I'm just playing.
Who would it be? Who would it be?
I would I think I could debate Holly on anything. Cause I could take I could take both sides of anything. So whatever she'll be for, I'll take the negative. I mean but again, it's where she would kill me would be like the PowerPoint and stuff like that. Cause I don't do all of that stuff. I could just talk. But I think you and Holly Yanga, y'all, that'll be a real good one, because her mellow personality versus your brash and that
Yeah.
rapid fire, that'll be crazy because it'll just she'll have to be on the defense a lot.
Yeah, Holly, and I had wanted to debate, and I still do, because Holly is thorough. Holly is analytical. You're right. Her PowerPoints are off the hook. She comes with the research. She's very laid back, and methodical in her deliveries and in her presentation. So you're right. I think that's where I would come, because that's where I know I would have to make up. I think in the opening, especially with presentations and stuff, I know she would score super high. So I would try to make up or make sure I scored strong. I came strong in the rapid fire. Yeah, you and I share the same assessment.
In a one-off, I mean, he probably would get me, but I would like to go at Rio. No, not Rio. I'd like to go at Minister Howell. I'd like to debate the Bible. I'd like to debate the Bible with him.
Now that is a Bible debate I would watch.
Yeah, I would like to
watch that. I would definitely.
I would like to debate the Bible with him. Anything he wanted to do, I would debate it. Just because when I heard the reasoning why he doesn't really preach anymore, I'm like, damn, that's kind of similar to me. I would love to debate the Bible. You would have to go find that stream. I don't want to, because I don't want to put. Yeah, I don't want to put words in his mouth. It was during his playoff interview. He mentioned it. So
I like that.
Yeah, but I would love to debate the Bible with him. Just a one-off. He probably will get me eventually, but I'd love to go back and forth with him on that. But yeah, I'm just ready. I'm just ready. I jumped on late. When did Solar say he was starting it?
October.
Oh, October. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got a month left. Okay.
Yeah, we got a month left. So yeah, October, man, the debate starts season 5. That's gonna be the thing, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and we gotta see what it brings. Shit, I'm dusty as hell, but yeah, I am definitely looking forward to season 5. So
Yanga, man, you could even have a conversation with your love for Tupac being a revolutionary, which he wasn't.
I don't know why you say that. We sure could. We could debate that. I love it. We can debate that. Is it dark in here? Can you see my? We can debate that.
Hey, I love it.
He had, just because somebody had revolutionary lyrics doesn't make him a revolutionary.
What makes a revolutionary?
It wasn't him. That's all I can say.
I would say the condition.
I disagree. Yeah.
Nothing that he did. None of his songs impacted any real change. Let's put it that way. None of his songs impacted any real change in anybody's life. Like, it didn't change anybody politically. It didn't change anybody's economical condition. Nothing.
I don't know. I think it raised, what you have to understand is Tupac birthed the whole movement.
What was that?
That whole thug life. That Tupac
revolutionary.
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you read the Code of Thug Life written by him and Matula Shakur, the whole thug life, not when we got back to gangster life is when you saw a breakdown. What Tupac began to do is structure it. The Code of Thug Life, no shooting, shooting around school, selling dope at the school shops. He began to structure that, where everybody was just throwaways. Where I think at that time too, when you talk about Tupac coming to Tupac is a child of the 80s. So to be able to express that because the 80s, man, we really screwed the next generation up. We really screwed them up. And I think Tupac began
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he's stretching. I think he's
you're reaching with that one.
You don't think we screwed what?
Yeah,
you don't think the 80s changed things for us?
No, sir.
No, the 80s. Hey, listen, I would give the 80s. I would give up how our people act now for the 80s any day. I mean,
but what do you think What do you think set this catalyst? This is why, even if you listen to the rap today, Nipsey, these young rappers they call drill rappers, they tell you we trying to do it like the 80s. They will tell you. how we got down in the 80s. Maybe some of y'all wasn't off the porch. I was in them trenches in the 80s. So I understood.
I was born in the 80s, so I'm
okay. So you already know. And if you, I banged in the 80s, so dope in the 80s, got incarcerated in the 80s. I was in them trenches in the 80s. And so when Tupac came out, for someone to be able to articulate that and express that, and there's a whole movement that was birthed after that. Tupac introduced a lot of, I ain't even gonna say introduced, but revived. Yeah, introduced for some. Matula Shakur, Odinga Sekou, Sundana Akola. You name it. For those of us that are revolutionaries that knew these people, because we were bastards of the party, he reminded us. And for those people who weren't introduced to them or didn't know them, especially like you said, places like the West Coast and the Midwest, I think quantified and created a movement out of nothing. Out of literally nothing. Nothing was coming out of the 80s. What was coming out of the 80s?
I'll say
you
this.
had Public Enemy. You had
they were dead.
All more conscious. All more conscious.
They were dead. They were dead. NWA killed them. Niggas with attitudes killed all of that.
No, they were revolutionary though. You know, NWA
to a degree.
And they inspired a whole different. That's why they had to bring Tupac in to calm
absolutely
down.
No, they didn't. What Tupac did was get him. Tupac realized, because when you go back to some of Tupac's older stuff, it takes Zanzi to get on here. That, like I said, that apocalypse, that Tupacalypse and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. You know, I think when Tupac began to integrate street rhetoric, when he did, I'm not saying that he was Huey P. Newton. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that Tupac was revolutionary, and Tupac birthed and sparked a movement.
I'll give it this. He was revolutionary light. How about that?
Revolutionary what?
Light.
What you mean?
Like, you know, you got beer, then you got light beer.
I think he was.
You got Budweiser, you got Bud Light.
So I ask you, in his time, who was in his time and in his time of music, who was out there that was revolutionary? Paris wasn't out.
Oh yeah. KRS-One.
They were dead. They were dead.
In your mind, they were dead, Yanga.
They were dead. NWA brought in a whole new era of music.
But here's the thing too.
Good people, son.
I don't want to come off like I don't like Pac. Like, I got all his albums and everything, but I know him as the artist. Like, I'm trying to think of one revolutionary thing that he did, and I just can't find it.
I can't either, Trevor.
I can't.
I could name one off the top. Is when them undercover pigs ran up on him to murder him. I think it's very revolutionary to defend yourself. Not his security, nothing. He upped and defended himself. You know, I'm not saying that he didn't do some stupid things. This
revolutionary?
Absolutely. What revolutionary doesn't believe defending themselves? You got some of these niggas. Snoop was in court. His bodyguard killed a nigga. Murder was the case that they gave. Snoop was in court telling. Pac defended himself. Self-determination, self-defense is very revolutionary. It's very much in him. A lot of these Negroes wouldn't have done that. I'm willing to challenge that. A lot of these Negroes wouldn't have done that. I think, and then the fact that he birthed a movement, the fact that he introduced to some, like I said, nobody, you haven't challenged the fact Matula Shakur, Odika Sekou, Sundada Akola, you know what I'm saying? The constant reminder to the OPs, to the original Panthers. What other rapper was doing? Paris now, and I'm not saying Paris now wasn't revolutionary. I'm talking about in their time. You're holding, that's like me trying to hold him up to shit. I mean, you have to stay within a context and a time frame, looking at social, cultural, economic, 92. Political conditions.
Well, I'm looking at the time frame 92.
Who was out?
Paris.
What revolutionary artist was out? Paris was out before, was it 92?
Yeah, it was
when
92.
Did I come on? I think Paris was out before then. I think Paris was out 90, something like that.
So the timeline that I'm looking at, Yanga, and this is why my argument I'm saying they brought Tupac to calm it down because Paris, Lynch Mob,
They were
Ghetto
dead.
Boys. No. Listen to what I'm saying. You're not listening. You're not listening. Because you're going based on the mainstream. The mainstream dictating to you right now what was dead.
What is revolution if it isn't for the masses of the people? Elitist?
Listen.
What are you talking about mainstream? If revolution ain't for the masses of the people, who's it for?
If you just listen.
Okay.
When Paris came out, when the Lynch Mob, Body Count, Ghetto Boys, NWA, PE, when they came out and they were singing against the Rodney King beating.
Hold on. No. Smoke and mirrors.
You gonna let me
How
finish?
are you putting NWA in that whole group?
Because
Paris and NWA.
Because NWA was saying F the police.
Okay, with that, and so NWA is revolutionary, but Tupac isn't.
Okay,
Trevor, are you going to take over that? You co-signing that? Am I going to jump on you too? Am I going to jump in your shit too?
You let me finish. You're going to let me finish. You got to let me finish, though. You got to let me finish.
Okay.
Then you can critique it, okay? So all these groups came at the same time, and they were all talking about the Rodney King thing. They had to bring Tupac with the revolutionary energy that you're talking about and reverse it and calm.
Are you serious?
Down.
Are you really trying to push that?
Timeline.
And you said I was reaching.
No, it's
First of all, here's the end of your argument. If you can say NWA is revolutionary, if you can say NWA is revolutionary, you have made my point. There's no way you can. There's no way you could not consider Tupac a revolution. If you can say Easy E is revolutionary, there's no way that you could not consider Pac a revolutionary. You make that make sense.
Again, when Easy and all them came out, they were setting up a frequency that the white man was scared of. People were uprising in cities across the nation, and they were like, we have to calm this shit down. So they had to call their boy, Suge Knight, who was former Jodeci.
Stretch. Are you stretching?
This is a fact.
It's stretching.
And they had to goddamn bring Tupac to reverse that energy. When
It's
Tupac
stretching.
came, hold on. When Tupac came, then all that revolutionary energy died down.
Yes, are you serious? The revolutionary energy sparked up. You're mistaken niggerism. You're mistaken hypeness. You're mistaken lewdness. You're mistaken rowdiness for the difference between a revolution. A revolutionary isn't a reactionary. You're mistaken because people reacted from real revolutionary political education and then action.
They had to reverse the frequency that was already put out.
What frequency was what put they had killed the frequency.
No, they
didn't.
No, they didn't.
KRS-One.
No, they didn't.
King's Son. Poor Righteous Teachers. When they brought niggers, when you went from being a god, when you went from being the black man to a nigger with an attitude, what are you talking about? The frequency was going downhill. When you took off your bow tie and got a jelly curl.
The thing is that if you keep cutting me off, yeah. What I'm talking about is the frequency that they brought, and white America.
What frequency?
The frequency of revolution. Frequency of
they did not bring. You're mistaken niggerism for revolution. I can't let you use the two interchangeable.
Okay,
what frequency of revolution did NWA bring? Frequency of revolution, really?
Yeah. Because
what frequency?
The frequency.
What did they say? What did they say that brought a frequency? Now I can tell you, if you want to talk this frequency, we can go lyric for lyric about revolutionary lyrics, political education, and Tupac and NWA. What you gonna say? Fuck the police?
Okay, so
that's everybody's go-to. Fuck the police.
Hey, we gonna have to pick this up on Tuesday because
yeah.
You know you better jump off if you co-sign with this shit. You know you better duck it. Tuck your legs when you roll. Tuck your legs when you roll. If you co-sign
I'm gonna go do some research. I'm gonna be ready for you.
I tell you what, Yango, let's do a PowerPoint debate on this. How about that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
What's the debate? Who's more revolutionary, Tupac and NWA?
No, was Tupac a revolutionary?
Yeah, was he revolutionary?
and then you have to show in the debate what change he actually impacted.
Okay, and so y'all taking no. You can't tell me what to. You have to show where he wasn't revolutionary. I first have to show you what a revolutionary is. See, I have people who I'm questioning the understanding of revolutionary, and then you're talking about, because you could ask that of many people who consider themselves revolutionary. What change have you brought about? You could. That question is so general, but I will show you what a revolutionary is classified as from other revolutionaries, and I will show you how Tupac will fit in there as a revolutionary teacher. I will show you how revolutionary must evolve, and how in Tupac's social, economic, political condition, how he was really, when you talk about out there in the hip hop thing, damn near the only revolutionary in his time. In his name, NWA came and killed the conscious era, and I will show you that. I will show that. Yeah, I'll bring the back. They came and killed the conscious area. I will show where Tupac tried to get in there. You remember the video All Around the World, the same song, when he had his little dashiki and stuff like that. I'm saying Tupac was more revolutionary than he was gangster. I'm saying he fronted more gangster than anything. He wasn't raised like that. I'm saying that he was more revolutionary than he was thug. I believe all of that. He was given to be a voice for those that were voiceless, and that's how I stand behind it. And I will show you how he's revolutionary, as many revolutionaries who have came before him have been the voice of those that are voiceless.
Okay, now
so when y'all gonna do
what did Kwame Ture do? What did Stokely Carmichael do? Show me the changes and impacts that he made.
But they'd be good for you, Trevor, because I'm ready to do this right. Shoot, I'm ready to do
exactly.
Yeah, bro.
Show me what Malcolm X did. Show me what Malcolm X did outside of inspire and motivate.
I guess we'll do it on the next Champions Corner.
Yes,
yeah, let's do that.
When is Angel coming back on? I got some I gotta ask him something.
Oh, Friday. We're gonna have Angel on Friday. Yeah.
I got a bit of information on a Mississippi water crisis. I
heard about that. We definitely like to talk about.
We definitely need to talk about that.
We are definitely on the same page with that, because I just heard about that today. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely bring that up Friday with Angel, and hopefully MBD will be there. But Friday we're gonna definitely talk about that, Trevor. Definitely talk about.
All right, then I'm gonna go ahead and jump down, put this little girl to bed.
All right, man. Appreciate you following through, and I'm winding up on mine. Hey, how y'all to maneuver me in a Tupac power play?
I'm already doing the slides.
Y'all take it easy.
Yes. All right. Yeah. All right, Trevor. Thanks for following through, brother.
All right, Trevor.
All right, chat. Y'all heard that, man. Yo, send out. I'm calling all my Tupacians. What's right?
Yeah, bring them.
Yo,
bring all your Tupac.
I'm listen, for all of y'all that was down there I'm gonna go on and duck walk someone about messing with me about this Tupac, messing with those of us that like and enjoy Tupac and know Tupac is a revolutionary. Y'all gonna quit trying to take this man's whatchamacallit from him, man.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all gonna see.
So we're gonna get that cracking.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get that cracking. And I appreciate you following through, man, like always. So definitely listen, if y'all came in there, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, tell your peoples, then jump over to the Arena Uncensored. Subscribe to that. That's where you catch me on the flip. In the meantime, in between time, you catch Trevor and everybody, Zanz and everybody. By the way, shouts out to the chat, man. Shouts out to those people that support. And I'll catch you guys on the next go round. Peace.